thank you for joining me tonight. It's Seek and You Will Find. And I have a healing that I'd like to start out with, if it's okay with you guys. I'm going to do a healing on next steps. And the thing that I was looking at was taking the monotony out of next steps. You know how every day we wake up, we have the same, or there are certain sets of things that we do every day that are still next steps, but we do them every day. So I wanted to take monotony out of that. And I'll go ahead and start by setting the energy with a prayer tonight. Okay. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. All right, let's get this healing started. I'm taking a look at the composite of everybody in the sanctuary. I'm looking for matching pictures to clear, and I'm doing this for next steps right now. There's a puffy white energy that comes up when I look at next steps, and it's kind of the energy of, I just don't want to. It's sort of like apathy. I'll call it apathy. And this apathy is very thick and slow moving, but it is moving out. That's the good news. It's funny because there's a lot more apathy than there is monotony. I thought monotony was the issue, but I'm going to get to the monotony too. The monotony is like a tea-stained color in here. So I'm working both now because the lumpy stuff is still coming out. And then the monotony is tea-stained. That's coming out. Good. This is clearing up. And just for your own edification, like when you do this for yourself, what I like to do is visualize an actual doorway with a threshold for the next step. And I like to bring that threshold up to gold. So that's what I'm doing right now with the next steps. And I was telling you that just so that if you wanted to use that imagery, you could do that too, to like clear the energy for your next step. Okay. That's already coming up to gold. So that was pretty quick. All right, I'm going to fill that in with gold now. Okay. All right, now I'm going to get on with the healings. And I had a request for a family healing, and I'm going to do that. It's specifically, this request was for children. And the toddler has gotten aggressive with the 1-year-old and is pushing and hitting him, which is very out of character. Well, I love this request because whether it's a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, or a 30-year-old, or a 60-year-old, we all have sibling rivalry. So I'm going to work on the 2 boys, and then I'm going to give everybody a family sibling rivalry healing. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with the boys. Their beef has to do with ownership. Your oldest boy is having to learn about, well, he knows about ownership, but he's having to learn about sharing. So it's an ownership issue with the oldest son. It's also a being that your oldest son is bringing in. And I'm going to work with him and help move that being out. You know, when kids aren't getting what they want, or even adults, they will bring in another being that will tell them they'll help them in some manner. Sometimes they'll help them by bringing in like a harsh destroy energy or something like that, that the child can use as a threat. But this is a being, and I'm going to work to help move it out. Okay, I think I've got that out. Now what I'm going to do is ground the two, their relationship space, and clean up their communication, bring some affinity back to that space. Okay, that was a great request. Thank you. I'm filling them in, the boys in, with gold. And now I'm going to give everybody a healing on sibling rivalry. I love this one. Okay, there's so much conflict coming out. Like I can really see almost like fighting, yelling, conflict. Of course, that's the extreme case, but that's what I'm hearing as all of this is coming out. And then the next layer of energy coming out is blame. I hear a lot of you, no, you. So the blame is coming out now. And then some victim energy is coming out about feeling being unfairly treated. There's that energy coming out. And then the same energy that I saw with the two boys, territorializing property. So that's another energy of territorializing. Okay. Good. That was a good one. Thank you. I'm filling everybody in with gold. That was great. I have siblings too, so I enjoyed that. Thank you. I have another request to check out. Let me double check this. Thyroid and throat. You know, in general, there's energy in everybody's thyroid gland, so I'm going to ground that. To the person who requested this healing, you know, I get the sense that your thyroid gland is like dry. Yeah, like it's dry or drying or like shrinking. That's the sense that I get with that particular gland for you. Grounding it. To everybody in the sanctuary, like as a whole, there's a lot of environmental energy that affects your thyroid. That's what I'm looking at and working on. Okay. To the person that requested this healing, it honestly looks like your thyroid is not working to its full capacity. Like there's something that's not functioning properly about your thyroid. And I've grounded it, but you probably should have that looked at because it does look like it's not functioning even close to 100%. And as you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm just looking at energy, but I can tell that it's very dry and not functioning properly. And then to everybody in the sanctuary, the healing that I'm giving to everybody, I'm finding like radiation from X-rays in the thyroid gland. So I'm clearing that. And it might not be very much radiation, but for some of you that are super sensitive, it does affect it. Okay, that looks better. I'm going to fill that in with gold. And I'm just going to ground the throat chakra now. There's so much going on in everybody's throat chakras. There's a lot of things that you want to say that you haven't said. And then there's a lot of stuff being said to you telepathically that maybe you don't want to hear or you aren't paying attention to. So I'm going to clear that. Because all of that goes into the throat chakra. This fifth chakra here, right where that hole is in your neck. Let me see if I can, yeah, if you can see that right there, that's your fifth chakra. And that particular chakra houses your information on your telepathy and your telepathic channels. So that's a lot of talking coming at you that you don't necessarily consciously hear, but it's coming through you. Okay. The loudest thing that I could hear in the fifth chakra was, I can do this on my own. So I think that's just something that everybody, it's a saying that everybody has at one time or another. That just happened to be the loudest thing I heard. Okay, I'm going to fill everybody's fifth chakras in with gold. All right. And now I'm going to go on. I had an old flame recently reappear in my life after about a decade. Is it a one-time fling type of thing, or is there a potential of something more? Let us look. Let us see. There is a little bit more to explore with this person. I feel like after a little bit more exploring, you're going to hit some energy that you're already familiar with this person. And I think that you're going to find there are issues that you just can't get past with this person. But there's still space and energy that the two of you have mocked up to explore that you haven't yet. So I would say yes, there's more to this than just a quickie. How's that for an answer? Okay. And the healing I'm going to do on everyone is to clear their doorways for relationships. That's what I'm going to do. A lot of family energy blocking the doorways. And it's on the level of, whether your family members are consciously aware of this or not, they all have their own pictures of who they think you should wind up with. Your parents, your siblings, outside relatives. And so those pictures can wind up being a competition to you and what you're trying to create. So I'm clearing all the family's pictures of who you should or shouldn't wind up with, or whether they think you deserve to have somebody or not. All of those pictures, I'm going to clear those out of your doorway. So the bottom line in this is, if you have anything halfway decent in the way of energy, generally people are going to want to take something from it. And I hate to sound like somebody with a bad attitude, but I've been around enough now to know that if you have really nice energy, it's going to attract people. And some of those people will be ones that do not know how to generate their own creative energy, and they will ultimately want to take it or compete with it or try to destroy it. So I'm taking that competition out now. And one energy that's really common that I want to comment on is a lot of disbelief from many of you that you deserve to have somebody really special in your life, and that you can have somebody really special in your life. So I'm clearing that disbelief too. Okay. I'm going to fill that in with gold and just tell you, these are my own thoughts, but I truly believe there is somebody out there for everyone. So I honestly do believe that. Okay, let me take a look at the next request. I have a request to help bring back mojo. I love a request like that. I'm all about the mojo. So thank you for that request. I'm going to work on that for everybody. So the first energy that comes up is drudgery, which is close to the energy I wanted to clean out of next steps, monotony. So see, drudgery is very, very close to monotony, and I'm going to take that out of this. Wow, you know what I got to see just now is that some of you use angels as part of your mojo. That was really cool. Like a much higher energy vibration came in for the healing. And that's what I got to see is a bunch of angels coming in and clearing energy for the mojo. So I'm just watching the rest of that healing go on right now. And part of what I'm getting out of this healing or seeing for myself is that the vibration of the angels come in, and the mojo has to do with everything just clicking smoothly. Boom, 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 boom. Everything just smooth sailing. And that has to do with that angelic vibration working with you and keeping the energy really high. And that was not at all what I expected to find in the mojo healing. So thank you very much for requesting that. That was a great healing. I'm just going to fill everybody in with gold now. Although it's kind of hard to follow an angel, but I'll do my best with a gold sun. Yeah, that was really great. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody wrote me a question twice. You might have missed the answer to it because you had to change browsers. So it's going to be on the replay because I did answer the question about the old flame. Okay, let me check my other area here. Okay. This is another request for a family healing. However, it's more like conflict. It's like family conflict. So I'm going to work specifically on family conflict and do a healing for that. You know, this is actually going to be a good healing because what I'm finding is everybody, all of us, myself included, we carry a lot of old baggage and garbage about our families. And then it just builds resentment because we don't let it go. So, what I'm looking at in this healing is really old stuff. That's what I'm helping you clear is old baggage, old resentment. And there's a lot of talk as I clean this out about, oh, so-and-so, they're just never going to change. So I'm hearing that a lot about family members. They're just like that. They're never going to change. I got to get that out of there too. You know, this particular family disagreement also has to do with alcoholism. And so I'm going to ground that space too for everyone. For anybody who lives with an alcoholic, I'm going to ground that space. Boy, there's a lot of pain being released right now. Yeah, I'll go out on a limb and say at this point, probably everybody's been touched at least once in their lives by somebody who's been drinking too much or abusing alcohol. So this energy is very common. And where the healing is going on for this is in the crown chakra, cleaning out some pictures about beings, the beings that run the alcohol game, and bringing the crown up to gold, to a high energy vibration, so those destroy beings cannot get in. And I'm asking Supreme Being to give you some protection. And I'm asking Supreme Being to help shed some light on your next step. That was cool because if you remember when I first started, I gave a healing to next steps. And so this is my second time looking at next steps, and it's completely different. It's all cleared out. It was sparkling. It's always a good sign, I think. Love the bling. But it was clear, and the threshold was clear. Everything was ready for your next step. So I'm going to fill you in with a gold sun. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close out the healing tonight. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this seek and you will find tonight be complete. Amen. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight for those questions and the healing answers. And I just have an announcement for this week. We have a women's intuition class coming up on your agreement with your body. And we're going to look at lots of different things about your body, your agreement with your body, and clean out a lot of different spaces. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll tell you, we're going to find out who your baby being agreement was with. That's whoever in your family was the person that helped you get your body. We're going to take a look at if you had any other beings fight you for your body, or were you able to just easily slip into the body when you were born. We're going to do a lot of birth work. So I'm really excited about this class. It'll be a great, great healing class. So I look forward to you joining me on Thursday. And then we have one more healing in the sanctuary on pleasure. I just have to check my calendar real quick. That is on Tuesday, the 20th. And I think that's it. No, it's not it. We have a Body Beautiful this month. Let's see, when is that? That's going to be on our metabolism, and that is the last day of the month. The 30th is our metabolism. So I'm looking forward to that too. So there you have it. That's what's in store coming up. Got my eyes on you. Thank you again for joining me tonight, and I'll see you Thursday for class. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.